Lance now on first down. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10.
What we got? Let's go.
Lance looking to throw it.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Yannick Ngakoue. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on 4th down.
Back deep, Trent Taylor. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Bears take over.
The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Fields throw complete there to St. Brown.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
That connection seemed to work out okay on the first play of the drive. Why not go right back to it? And once again, this defense is left without an answer as they surrender back-to-back 1st downs.
On 1st down, Fields. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To the air again, Fields.
Now that'll be caught by St. Brown.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Fields on 3rd down. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this is going to remain a 1-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
And incomplete on the deep ball. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Now Lance. That is caught by Lamb.
And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A give to Pollard running left. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Excellent defensive play by Dominic Robinson, beating the line and dropping him for a loss.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Gonna run again here with Pollard. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Throwing now is Lance. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So on 4th down, out is Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Yeah, get a little closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Play action. It's Fields. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there. Here's Fields now on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen to Herbert. Well, they were setting up the screen, CD, a lot of free runners, and they got there late, and the penalty ensued.
Yeah, somehow it didn't get into their brains that it was a screen, right? Instead of pulling off and chasing the ball downfield, they kept going towards the quarterback and knocked him down way late. That draws the penalty flag each and every time.
Handoff running left, Foreman. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On second down, a run with Herbert. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here we go. 258, 258. Hey. 4 down.
Throwing on third down, Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now a first down throw, Fields. Open man right side is St. Brown. It'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now 2nd and 5. Here's Fields. He's got the connection to Moore. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Here we go, son. Green 19, you guys ready? Watch his slant.
Throwing again is Fields, and he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Here we go.
2nd and 6.
Check 33.
Out of the gun, Fields. Again, he finds Moore. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Fields on first down. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Bears will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there, a touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. After the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On first down, Lance. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
Throwing on first down is Lance. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's Lance to throw it. This will be caught inside the 10. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. To throw, it's Lance. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Lance. He finds his man, Pollard. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because